Good day, everybody. This is Ty here for a little 2018 Mid-America Open. I will be joined later in the broadcast by a friend of mine named Brian is going to pop in. So we've got George Smith, something Hebenheimer. There's a little, oh wow, that went by way too fast. We've got a very fast doggo. He's just booking it down the fairway of hole one here. Oh, actually, he's a very slow doggo. Oh, and he's making that guy's putt for him. You got to be ashamed of yourself, mate. Make your own putts. So this guy here, George Smith, he's about 73 years old.
Yeah, George.
And he can throw very far, very smoothly. This guy's name is Hebenheimer. I've actually forgotten what his first name is, but with a last name like that, you don't really need a first name. A little bit of early release for him, though. He'll come up short. Wow, they let a little kid out on it.
Yeah.
Wow. I was actually about to say something to the effect of, let's see if this kid can get it past that first tree right there, but he threw it past the basket, so good on him. This guy's got some incredible socks and a lot of hair and probably a name, but for now we'll just talk about his socks and hair. This guy is, Hebenheimer forgot that trees have branches, and the little kid's got to try and chuck it up the hill. Oh, look how much energy he has to put into that with those little arms. Still almost made it. Nice. Good early straddle from Socko. And George Smith. I don't know, guys. You see my air quotes when I say George Smith. Anytime I hear the name Smith, you know, I start to think, is that a real name or is this guy faking it? But then the first name, George, definitely an alias. He's probably a famous politician or movie star or something, just playing under an assumed name for anonymity. Little guy cleans up his par and got a couple of birdies from George and Socko Boro. Gonna move on to hole two. Looks like it goes off to the right here. The drone is flying to the left through this ditch. Huh. Somebody was drunk when they put in this tee pad. Yeah, he's definitely not following the direction the tee pad is facing. He's definitely going to bet. Oh, great shot. And Socko says that was a great line from the old guy. I bet I could throw it up over those trees too. And he did very well, maybe even a little better. And Hebenheimer. I just really enjoy saying that guy's name. Hebenheimer, Hebenheimer, Hebenheimer. It's like a tongue twister. Oh, little guy can't go up over the trees. He's got to take the grown man route. Ah, crap. Hate to see him do bad, but he's probably going to need another 3 strokes to get out of these woods. He may, yeah, actually, wow. He made it all the way out right there in one shot, and he just really chucks it, but he made it. Good on you, Zach. And now we've got George. He reminds me of somebody. I don't think it's a politician. I think it's a semi-famous actor or something. I'll think of it. It's like just itching the front of my brain, you know, like right inside your forehead. Just ready to come out. Wow, that one almost came out right there. But Hebenheimer kept it in for a birdie, and Socko's going to have a tap-in birdie as well. He's feeling the need to straddle for some reason, even though he's 18 centimeters away. So a good start from a couple of these guys. The little guy hasn't bogeyed anything yet, so that's good for him. But everybody else has picked up a birdie or two. And we are into hole 3. Man, I don't know how I feel about Zach, the kid, on this card, because you got holes like this. It's 480 feet, but it's only a par 3, and he's going to need 5 to get down there. Sure, can't tell if it was grip lock or not. Well, it's actually flexing out pretty good. That was probably his intended line. He's got another 80 feet or so to the basket. So pretty good rip for a guy his age. Socko, yeah, no, he doesn't like that one. He left that one too much hyzer or didn't give it enough passion or whatever. This kid, this kid's got some shoulder muscles. Yeah, look at that.
He threw it in the dirt.
Oh, he threw it in the dirt, he says. I mean, eventually he did after 400 feet. Okay, holy crap. Holy crap. What did I just witness? That was amazing. Jeez. Yeah, this guy, he looked like he put way too much energy into that. When you're at this distance, yeah, look at that. See, you're just trying a little bit too hard. It should be, it's all about the form at that point. Yeah, there you go. Look at that, Zach. Nice work. Very smooth. See, he lets his body do all the work. He gets a nice, smooth upshot. George has got that figured out. So apparently the innocence of the young and the wisdom of the old. Oh, the shoulder blades saved it though. Wow, this guy, I think this is just his putt. Ooh, man. He's just got kind of a straddle, lean down sort of putt. And everybody but Boro's going to come away with a par, I believe. I think, yeah, that's a bogey right there. So nothing too exciting. Just one bit of negativity on that hole. Sorry, Socko. Hole 4 is a par 3. It's another 430 feet, so it's another big bomb. But, geez, can lightning strike in the same course twice in a row? We're going to see here in a minute after the old guy throws. Jeez.
Come on, go.
Very tall and lanky. He's really using everything that God has given him there for distance. This kid's just sheer muscle. Bam!
Come on, go.
He's not happy with it, though. Not really sure why. If I did that, I'd probably call my mum. Oh, jeez. Holy crap. Holy crap, that's all I can... That was absolutely crazy. This kid is only 3.5 feet tall, and he just threw it 430 feet on a flex line. At first, you know what? I'm calling it now. I started to say it's not fair that they let this kid play on this card, and I'm going to stand by that. But my reasoning's changed a little bit. At first it wasn't fair because everybody else is going to do so much better than him. But now I think it might not be fair.
Yeah,
Because it's like, for the rest of these guys, it's a total lose-lose. I mean, it's like arm wrestling your sister or something. There's just no good way to win at that, right? If you win, what have you really accomplished? And if you lose, everybody's like, wow, that's embarrassing, mate. So a couple good birdies on this 430-footer. We got a tap in here from... Oh, man. Oh, wow. He's feeling all the emotions right now, but that was a once-in-a-lifetime miss. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not there in person right now. Okay, he makes the bogey. Wow. So a couple of back-to-back once-in-a-lifetime misses from Hebenheimer. And this guy's thinking, yeah, he's like, I'm not taking any chances. I just saw what happened to that guy. So after 4 holes, George Smith is at -3. But not too far behind him is Zach and Socko Boro. With obviously Hebenheimer's little guffaw on the last hole. He slipped back a stroke. Hole 5's 100 meters on the nose. It looks like it kind of goes down a little ridge and then snuggles up under this big elm tree or cottonwood or something. And George, oh my gosh, guys, I just saw his face. I just saw it's an actor. George is an actor, that much I can see his face right now. Yep, that is definitely the same guy.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this kid. Look at this kid. That's it. Oh, I thought he's going to ace it. What am I witnessing right now with that kid? It's like, Mom, it's Spirit Week, so don't forget to help me with my costume, right? And then instead of taking the bus home, would you mind picking me up and taking me to the Mid-America Open so I can win that real fast? And then don't forget after that, later on that night, I've got Awanas. Hebenheimer's looking to make up the stroke he lost on the last hole. And very good. Oh, man, another ace run. Skipped a little past. He's going to have... Socko is like... Man, I don't know, guys. I don't even know what to say about that one. He was kneeling down pretty far. Some might say too far. Great putt from Hebenheimer. Save that birdie. Turn the last hole into just a disaster instead of a double disaster. George is gonna do his first bad thing of the entire round, but it's not George, guys. It's Stephen. It's Stephen, not Stephen Fry. Gosh, crap. Who am I? Seriously, he's right on the tip of my tongue. Right in the front of my brain. I've got this man's image in my prefrontal cortex. And it's just waiting to come out. I'll ask Brian when he gets here. Maybe he'll recognize the guy. I've got a mate coming for all of you that didn't catch that at the beginning. I've got a mate coming to help me call the back nine. He's got kind of stuck in the snow. We've got a lot of snow here in Kansas. Yeah, Kansas is fine, don't get me wrong, except that it sucks compared to Australia. Australia's better in every way, except for maybe the heat and the blue-ringed octopi that are poisonous. It might kill you. Wow, speaking of poisonous, going to go for a transition here. Zach has thrown an absolutely deadly drive, which got cut down right at the end by the antidote tree. And Hebenheimer's thrown a spike. It's really good. Wow, right into the mouth. And George, oh, guys, it's just right there. I wish I could draw his, hang on. Okay, so maybe if I draw him out here, and a mouth and a nose, and give him blue eyes. Maybe, see, because I can picture him so clearly in my head. I'll give him a hat. Yeah. Okay, that's the guy. That's him right there. So what's that guy's name? Well, let's get back to the action anyway. So George's drive has been in the air for about 30 seconds at this point, but it was very good. Got him well inside circle one. And Boro is throwing a dead straight fairway. It's leaking a little. Yeah, it got those trees, but he's still in the circle there. Zach's looking for a hero putt. Come on, Zacho. And it's rolled just a little bit away for a kind of a tester par putt. Probably wouldn't be a tester for an adult, but he's only 14, so I mean he's had like 3 tests his whole life, and Socko is really leaning down. Wow, he's got it working. Maybe that's actually part of his strategy to get his face down onto the line that he's trying to shoot at. I mean, let's talk about this, because when you think about other, sports like involving accuracy, such as maybe marksmanship, if you're firing a rifle, you're not going to hold it down at your waist, unless you're John Wayne or something. You're going to get your eyeballs right down the line of the gun and shoot it that way. Same with archery, same with billiards. There's actually a lot of other examples. Maybe he's just taking pages out of other sports books and trying to apply that by getting his head down all the way almost parallel with the line that he's trying to throw at. Not a bad strategy. I mean, it is a bad strategy, but I want him to hear me say it's not a bad strategy, and he should keep doing that. So Stephen, I am absolutely positive his real name is Stephen. He's just about thrown the perfect shot, but it wasn't. He's about 50 feet short. This would be a beautiful hole to see a perfect drive on. We are 0 for 2. Come on, kid. Come on, Zach. He probably got hyped up by all my chanting. He just kind of overcooked that one a little bit. Here we got a sidearm from Hebenheimer. Hebenheimer hefts the Heiser. Oh, man, I was about to make the world's greatest improv song up if they'd had aced. But he's tombstoned or landsharked, if you're aware of the current debate over on Jomez's website. Not sure if I'm allowed to say that or not. I think Ian's probably got a better attitude about me saying Jomez than some YouTube chats I've been in lately. Saying Jomez will get you banned in some places, or at least put in a 5-minute timeout. Come on, follow it up, Hebenheimer, with a great putt. Ah, look good though. Here Socko's looking at nobody in particular. Here comes a disc. No idea. The kid looks sad. Maybe he's just stretching. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I've absolutely 100% lost track of how many strokes each person's got on this hole. So I am as excited as you are, there's a bogey, to see the scorecard afterwards. Must have been a par there. Stephen. His name is Stephen. Okay, so actually just a lot of boring and an unfortunate... I think it was an unfortunate approach shot by Zacko. He threw it a little bit too hard. I think maybe he just hit puberty on his second shot just right then and just blasted it way past the basket and sadly failed to convert the par coming back. Hole 8's only 212 feet, par 3, but it looks like it's really tucked around a corner. Lots of gnarly branches and tree roots and twigs and leaves. Maybe even a fox or a badger or two, we'll have to find out. That was an amazing turnover shot. There was like a MJ looking backhand turnover line. And that was like a me looking sidearm straight into the ground. Hebenheimer's going to follow up on that pretty good sidearm from last time. Oh, maybe a little cuss word from Hebenheimer. It'll watch out, potty mouth. Won't be on the feature card next time. You'll probably be in jail. Oh, wow! Jeez Louise, did you see that? Did you, I'm assuming you saw it. You're watching it with me. But I mean more like, did you experience how good that was? Just in case you didn't, the TLDR is it was very, very good. And George is... Wow, that was picture perfect. It's a little bit of an unfair advantage how tall he is. See, look, little guys like Hebenheimer have to really like get their butts out and get the muscles into it. George just kind of, he's like a big grandfather cluck, you know, in more ways than one, where he just swings his arm like a pendulum. And so, yeah, I think that's actually the strategy. He's just getting his head. He's trying to get his whole spine. He's like the stock of that rifle, you know, just straight down the line that he's firing on. And drive of the day, I'm going to call it so far, Zacko has a tap-in birdie on a pretty difficult... I mean, it's only 212 feet, but there's a very aggressive angle around the corner, and he laced it. So with that birdie, he's actually going to go to 2 under, and him and Socko are at 2 under now. Hebenheimer's right behind him, but George Smith is the talk of the town right now at 5 under par. I assume he is. I've never been to, is the town Oakland Bottom, or is that the name of the course? Either way, I don't know what they're talking about. This is going to be a fun one. It's a par 4. There's lots of twists and turns. He's got a long gap with a tight window to shoot out of. Oh, and we got a roller. I'll miss everything. Yes. Yeah. Ah, okay. Still very good. What is it about a roller that it just makes you want to cheer for it? You know what I mean? No matter who's throwing it, you know? Paul, Nico, the old guy, this kid that foot faults all the time. You just want to see a roller go well. Wow. Ah. Okay, the hole's over to the left. So that might have been a good stop, actually. Keep him from trailing off down to the right. He's holding his form. Oh, that was a Opto Knight, which explains its slightly understable shape to the right around that corner. That was very well done. Congrats, Sucko. Oh, man. Yep. Hebenheimer's doing the Heben Tyler heave it into the side of the mountain. Now he's trying to throw it over the mountains.
Be friendly.
Oh no.
He says, get friendly, and then he says, oh no. I suppose that's what we hope for most of the time with our in-laws. We hope to get someone friendly and then end up saying, oh no. Zach threw absolutely nothing, but made it through everything. And now he's up there with George for probably good looks at birdies. Is somebody in the trees? The cameraman is as confused as we are. I'm going to say it was probably Hebenheimer via the process of elimination. Here he is now, so we can assume this is for a birdie unless he was hacking away in the tree. Oh, he's hacking at the front of the basket. That was a resounding thud. I suppose it wasn't really a thud as much as like a gong or a clang. And a wah. You get it. Okay, as these guys finish up hole 9, I just wanted to say a couple things. I've actually got my mate Brian coming soon to join us for the back 9 holes. So we're going to have a brief intermission here. Everybody go get some popcorn, use the bathroom, and we will be back with you in just 1 minute.
Hello?
Hi, Brian. It's Ty.
Hi, man.
Hey, are you close? Are you close?
I'm really sorry. I'm almost there. I'm right outside.
Okay, the back 9's about to start.
I'm parking the truck right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, man. I'm right outside. I'm parking the truck.
Okay, you got about 5 seconds.
I'll be right in, brother.
Okay, so here we go with the back 9 of round 1 of the Mid-America Open. Oh, here he is.
Man, I'm so...
Hey, it's all right. Just sit right here.
Okay.
And put on these.
These on?
Yeah, put those on. Talking to
This one's mine
yeah,
right here?
talking to your mic. Can you hear yourself?
Hello. Yep, I can
All
hear
right.
myself. Well, I'm
Yeah,
ready.
we're ready to go.
Before we get started, I'm
Yeah.
really sorry I wasn't here sooner. Ice, I mean, there was like 3 inches of ice and snow outside. Everybody was sliding around. It was like Armageddon or whatever. And I hit some elderly woman.
Yikes.
Well, not like with my truck. Just, I mean, we got in a fist fight at the Dillons because there was only 1 bag of road salt left and she had gone
Yeah,
for it. But
listen,
I
Brian,
picked it up.
and we're on hole 10 here.
Yeah.
The round has started. We're about halfway through round 1 of the Mid-America Open.
Okay.
And actually, you can see all the comments there
Oh, yeah, I see the, down
below
there.
the video. People are engaging.
People saying stuff. Well, listen, let's get going. Can you bring me up to speed on the events so far? Is this
Yeah,
is
I'd
this
be
a
happy.
juniors tournament? What?
No, that guy's name is Zach. He's very young, but he is actually a lot better than his size would make him out to be.
Oh yeah, I mean, good land. The kid's 3 feet tall, and he's in the tournament with all these bigger guys.
Older, for sure, yeah. Hebenheimer, he's not probably a ton taller than him. Okay, Brian.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Well, he looks like that comedian guy.
Okay, he's a comedian. It gets me
The
a
guy-
little closer.
Oh well, he was on that Conan show. He
Yeah,
was
that's
on
right.
there
He was
with-
on Conan.
with
His name is Stephen.
Yeah.
Yes, Stephen.
Merchant.
Yes,
Stephen Merchant.
Yes, Stephen Merchant. Thank you so much, mate.
Yeah.
That's been bugging me like crazy. Yeah, look, there he is. We got
That's
ya,
him.
Stephen George Smith Merchant. Brian, I am so glad to have you on.
Yeah.
No matter what happens from here on out, this has been a banging success, all right?
Well, good.
Hole 11 is par 3. It's 265 feet.
Yeah, but it looks like it is quite the tunnel. This Steven guy's been doing pretty good. He's 7 down. He's throwing right up the middle.
Come on,
This looks good.
Ace hunting. Man, I wish I could throw like that.
Oh, yeah.
That would be really, really fun.
Yeah, it is.
A little squirrel down there. And get my 22 out.
Wow. Hope Peter's not listening.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care.
Man, another great shot from Zacho.
Has he been throwing some good ones?
Oh, yeah, left and right. Well, actually, mostly straight. Everybody else is thrown left and right. Hebenheimer's had his share of left and rights. Oh, man, this looks really good, though. These guys are making this shot look easy, and it is definitely not easy.
How'd you say that kid's name?
Who, Hebenheimer?
Yeah.
Just like that. Hebenheimer.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
This guy, what's his name?
I'm not positive, actually. I've been calling him Socko
Sucko.
because of his socks.
Oh, Socko. He got a weird-looking putt.
No, it's actually highly advanced scientific putt. We broke it down in the front 9.
Well, it looks weird. And he should putt like everybody else.
Well, that's not really fair.
People who do things different freak me out. I think everybody should do things the same way. Except when the government starts telling
now-
us to...
now, Brian,
listen,
don't.
hear me out. When the government tells us to all do things the same way, that's communism.
Okay,
And
mate.
this guy, Socko or whatever his name is,
Socko.
shouldn't putt like a communist. We overthrew the Reds
Okay.
back in the Cold War,
Ryan,
and we can do it again.
Ryan, listen.
And this guy needs to respect America
Okay.
and putt like an American.
All right, well, whatever that means, we're on to hole 12. It's par 3. And, Brian, how do you play this course, right?
Yeah.
How would
I
you
do.
attack this hole?
Probably pretty well. Me and most guys are just going to play a big hyzer out to the right. I mean, it's only 345 feet, so it's a pretty good pull, you know, but this guy looks like Stevens pulled it out to the right. And most of the time, that tree's pretty grabby right there. Most of the time, that grabs him and pulls him down, but it doesn't look like it's hurt him too much.
And here we've got young Zach throwing a roller. It looks really good.
I do like watching a good roller. And that was a good roller.
Yeah, very well done. And now Hebenheimer.
Kind of rude to have a name nobody can pronounce.
Don't you dare.
Don't get me started.
Oh my goodness.
He
He says, don't you
don't
dare.
you, yeah, don't you dare.
Well,
He
he
did.
did. Oh,
Jinx! I got you. I got you, mate. Kind of awkward to jinx your co-commentator. You can be unjinxed. I need you for the round.
thanks, buddy. So Schwartz and Rubel's got an Anheuser approach. Done that pretty good. Left maybe a little bit short on that one.
Hey, check out that lady in the background. She had a little
Tyler, that is
Nexus.
not appropriate.
Shit. Why?
Hitting on the women you see. And
No. Listen, mate.
What?
No, back it up. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, look right here. Yeah,
Oh.
see that old lady just out in the middle of the day
Yeah,
on the disc golf course on a tiny little gazelle
yeah.
right by the road. It's so bizarre. Why would anyone do that?
I don't think it's that big a deal.
Well, of course it is. If I was
No, it's
some,
not.
loose old granny, I wouldn't want to be out on
Okay.
a exercise bike right in the middle of a disc golf course. People
Ty-
throwing, for one thing,
Tyler,
people are going to be
listen,
throwing.
shut up, man. That's my mom, dude.
No,
Ye-
it's not.
Yes, yes.
No, you having me
Yes,
on.
it is. No, I'm not having you on. She goes out there every weekend to do her exercise bike and watch the guys play. She thinks the discs are pretty. And
Wow.
yeah, she was hit once. Luckily, it was in that real flabby part of her, under her arm.
Oh, yeah, right.
So didn't do any substantial damage, but yeah, did leave a pretty nasty welt.
Wow. Well, I am very, very sorry. I called your mother a loose old granny.
Well, don't worry about it, brother. No harm done. She's most likely not going to watch this video anyway. She's never liked you or the things that you do online.
Fair enough. So we're on to hole number 13. Lucky 13 hasn't been too lucky for Stephen and Zach so far, but Hebenheimer's got a nice looking sidearm. Skips about 18 feet past. And Socko is going to do a sidearm as well. Oh, he's yanked it.
Oh, look out. Oh, hit him. Oh.
He still ends up about, maybe circle 2 behind the basket. He's still going to have a look at it. Zach had absolutely no look at it and just banked it off that tree branch for a chance to save his par. George might give this one a run. He does have a very smooth, good line.
Those are some scary blackberry thorns hanging down right there by the basket. You'd think somebody would have trimmed those up for the tournament. Good putt from the kid.
Yeah, you see a little body language there, him asking the putt to stay in the basket.
Oh, ouch. I think old Heckelheiser should have talked to his putter and asked it to stay in.
So Socko is going to finish up a par, and actually I think, Zach saved his, so when Stephen makes this one, I think we're going to have a whole round of pars, or a star par.
It sounds funny when you say star par.
Star par.
Star par.
Star par.
Star par.
Star par.
Yeah.
Are you happy now?
Yep, I am.
Well, I would venture a guess that Stephen's also very happy, being 8 under par, or par, after just 13 holes. We're going into hole 14, which is a 340-footer. Looks like it curves around to the left, which is going to suit most of these guys except Zach.
Wow, this drone footage is as shaky as anything I've seen on the Disc Golf Pro Tours. Is that not?
Nope. Okay, so Stephen's put a big ripping hyzer out over all the trees. It's crashing back down right into the middle of the fairway. He'll have a very easy up and down for par. Let's see that magic I was talking about.
Does that kid foot fault every single time, or is it just me?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, listen, it's not his fault, it's his mentor's fault. It's all these other guys that he's learning from. They have been foot faulting all over the place off the tee box as well. I just decided not to comment on it, so we can move on.
Well, Heavensquire threw a big old hyzer
Hebenheimer
over those trees. It looks like it landed about 3 or 4 steps long. Now the hairy guy's doing the same thing. Hit the ugly tree and every branch on the way down. You ever see that movie Saving Private Ryan?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know the part.
Yes, I do.
Where he's telling the story about his brother is making out with the girl who fell out of the ugly tree.
Yep.
And she hits every branch
on the way down. Yeah.
It's a classic film. Tom Hanks is something else.
Socko's throwing a little dinky roller here. Looks like he was trying to throw a dart or something. It may have even been a dart from Innova, I'm not sure. Zach's going for the hero shot. He's a hero.
Yeah.
Absolutely, mate.
Just like Tom Hanks.
What a giant jumper. And a giant jumper from the world's tiniest jumper. Oh, man, he got big putted by the little guy. There goes Hebenheimer. Yeah.
Whoops.
Hebenheimer's had his share of missed putts left and right today. I was talking about earlier how he's got so much muscle in his back, he seems very taut.
Yeah.
And sometimes being muscular can actually come back to haunt you, You
Really?
got guys like Stephen and Zach who don't have any back muscles to speak of.
Right.
And that actually helps them putt in a straight line. Hebenheimer's back muscles get in the way, so he's kind of coming around them when he putts, so that's why he's not always releasing straight. He's sometimes coming around and he has to kind of overcorrect and throw left and right because of that.
Yeah.
At least that's what I think. I'm not a chiropractor or a doctor or anything really. Actually, I'm between jobs right now.
I thought you was working down at the Dollar Tree.
Well, Dollar Tree was just a part-time gig, you know, just until I found something a little bit more substantial. And I think I may have found it in sports commentating, actually. This seems to be right up my alley. And the fans are recognising it. I've got about $20 a month coming in on
Play it.
Patreon,
Come
so
on.
I put in my 2 weeks' notice. I marched right up to Greg. You should have, you know, Greg.
Got big ears, right? Or a big
Yeah.
nose.
Eh,
He's got a
yeah,
big,
it's all
kind of a
big.
big face.
I marched right up to Greg and I said, listen, I've really got a knack for this commentary thing. It comes very naturally to me.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to be a millionaire at it pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I don't need you or your fat face, Greg.
Wow.
And I walked right out.
He walked right out.
But it was one of those doors, you know, I always forget how the in and out doors are switched, you know, most of the time the
Yeah, they
in's
are
on the right
backwards
and the
there.
outs. Well, it depends on whether you're in or out. And that's what
But you were
confused.
inside?
Yes, I was inside.
Okay.
And so I tried to go out the in, but I should have gone in the out.
Wow.
So I ended up looking maybe a little bit like an idiot, but I think Greg felt
Maybe.
like the idiot, not just because I said he had a fat face, but I mean because he let me go. He could have given me more than $4.25 an hour. You know, I'd
So,
been there for
Tyler-
3.5 years, but I think,
Tyler, you think you're cut out for this commentary thing?
oh, absolutely. I mean, this is second nature to me.
So you do realize you just missed the last hole and a half. And we're just jabbering on about your personal life and not making any comments about this golf
You
being
know what?
played.
You can shut your fat face too, okay? You and Greg. Just take your fatty faces over into the corner and shut them. I'll comment on the disc golf. Look, everybody got a birdie. What's exciting about that?
I like birdies.
Everybody's just as special as everybody else on that hole.
Well, this hole looks fun. I do like a good island hole. Looks like the tall comedian guy's up first. Heiser's coming in. Well, he's coming in. Man, do you not think they have a meeting beforehand and tell those guys to get out of the way? You're on film.
Yeah, who knows? Here goes Zach.
Come on, go. Go, go, go.
Oh, wow. Cutthroat. Here his teammates asking that one to go, 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 asking for it to get out of bounds. I mean, you can want to win, but
Oh, no.
you wish harm on a little boy like that. He probably deserved to lose.
Yeah, that ain't right. Well, everybody's made it over to the little island there so far. I always hate being the last guy.
Yeah,
Ooh, oh,
great
that may
drive.
have been the best one.
So we got four really good drives. We got 4 good looks for birdie. Ah, man, he kicks the sign in, gets a low tinker. We got a sign, kick a low tinker. Hebenheimer's in for the birdie. And I expect the next 2 guys to be in as well.
Now, you've been doing this a long time. Have you ever seen like
Yeah.
a duck come out of nowhere, you know, and
A
just
duck.
interrupt the flight of a disc, or maybe grab it, drag it back into the pond or something?
Why would a duck
or not?
be interested
not a
in
duck.
a disc?
It doesn't have to be a duck. It could be any animal.
Well, it wouldn't. I mean, it wouldn't be a duck. A duck is never going to try and get a disc. I think you should be thinking about a dog. I think a
No.
doggo would grab a disc. I've heard of that happening before.
Oh, well, I can shoot a duck, but I don't want to go back to jail.
But you don't have to shoot anything. How about that? And why do you even have a gun on the disc golf course?
Listen, all I'm saying is don't tread on my rights. Okay? We'll leave it at that.
So, second to last hole. It's 378 feet. It's got an absolutely pristine, picturesque tee shot.
I think you mean pristine.
I mean what I said. It's a pristine tee shot. And Hebenheimer's really found his game in the last few holes of the round here. It was hiding for the first half of the round, but now it said Molly Ollie Oxen free. Here I am. Time to start making birdies.
You foreigners got some weird phrases, man.
Well, it's not weird. The Australian dialect is super fun. Actually has traces of Latin in it, if you are paying attention. And Zach's looking for just a little last bit of driving magic on this last hole. And it looks like he's done it. Man, look at that flex line.
Wow.
Unbelievable. What a cracker.
That was good.
I didn't try to flex that. I honestly tried to hyzer out, but I got it.
Kid's a little bit of a chatterbox, but that's all right. I mean, all of us were when we were 14 years old, right?
Well, not me. My daddy told me to shut up when I was 12. And I didn't speak again until I was 23 years old, so I was a very obedient child.
Well, that is a very sad story and also explains a lot. Hebenheimer says, put me outside the circle and I'll make one.
That ain't how it works.
Yeah, right.
He put himself outside the circle.
Zek's looking to make it. Oh, man. Did a lot of wobbling, but it definitely stayed in for a massive birdie, almost 400 feet. And a crushing drive and a killer putt. There's 3 other guys on this card too, but I mean, who cares, right? Zach.
Well, Stephen Merchant's doing pretty good.
Whatever, how do you say his last name? Zach Arlinghaus.
Arlingus.
Zach Arlingus.
Yeah, Arlinga.
Must be German or something. Or actually, in keeping with disc golf culture, maybe it's Finnish.
Good one.
And speaking of Finnish, this is the last hole, hole 18. It is a par 3. It's 375 feet, but it looks like it's quite a bit uphill.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that was
Uh-oh.
so awkward. With the fist bump, handshake, high five trauma we all experienced in high school.
Uh-oh. Well, that's fine.
He's not happy with that one, but he's well inside the circle.
Yeah.
So he should be. Should be more grateful, Hebenheimer.
Boom.
Holy crap.
That guy
too
said
much
the same thing I
power.
said.
Zach Arlinghaus problems.
Yeah.
And George for one last ripper.
Get up there.
Looks good.
It's going to fade out. Oh, no, it's all the way around the tree. Yep. He's got a 25-foot look for birdie as well. And Sucko.
Sucko.
That one was a Sucko.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, hit that tree. Now he's got a little bit of a tough up and down just to finish with a par. He
Good.
did that pretty good. Looks like he'll have 20 feet coming back.
Like to see the kid make this one.
You'd like to, but you
Yeah.
won't. Yeah, I feel so scared for Hebenheimer's pants sometimes. I mean, he really leans back into him. That would be so embarrassing, you know, if anything happened when he's being filmed. But nothing happened, except an amazing drive and putt for a good birdie to end it. I think he's birdied the last 4 or 5 holes. Yikes. Sucko's going to want this hole back for sure. And for an 11 under finish. Ah, great round, Stephen.
Nice. Way to go, buddy. 11 under's pretty dang impressive, but I think most people are going to be excited about this kid who's not much taller
Yeah.
than the basket.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to see if I can get one of his drives maybe and post it on Reddit or something. I would imagine it would get hundreds of upvotes.
Maybe so.
Well, that's all we've got for the first round of the 2018 Mid-America Open. George Smith / Stephen Merchant had a crazy round of 11 down. But Zach had a great round at 6 down, beat these other 2 guys. They're going to probably be on the putting green for quite a while. And Brian, I just wanted to say thank you, mate, for coming on these last 9 holes. And
Yeah, no problem.
hanging out. It's always fun to hang out with you, even though, you know, we don't see eye to eye on everything. But we don't need to, you know. We can all get along and grow the sport, even if somebody puts a gun in their disc bag and says weird things.
Yeah, well, you're the one who says weird things. Let's get that straight right here and now. But no, it was fun, man. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, wow, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Appreciate you being here so much that I'm going to give away this disc now. It's a VIP West Side World, and it's a VIP disc for a reason, because I'm going to give this disc to a very influential player, and that's probably you. I'm signing it now. So it probably affected the value of the disc. I'm not sure if it went up or down. We'll find out maybe in about a year, eh? So there's just 2 things you need to do to be entered to win this disc. Go to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get the bell on. The link's in the description right below here. And then go to discgolfcomedy.com look for the post that has this disc in it. It says disc giveaway or something, and comment on that post what your favorite part of this video was. Was there any part that made you laugh or anything like that? I'd love to know. Thanks again, guys. Peace out.